Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Gamehater, a show where Aaron and I play games that we probably should not have bought. I'm Steve. Aaron is here too.
Good evening.
And on top of this being Gamehater, this is also the first Gamehater episode in Metroidvania May. All month we are going to be...
Otherwise known as Metroidvania.
Metroidvania, I like it. We totally discussed this beforehand, and Aaron did not think of that right now. I'm glad you did. Not. I've lost the thread. It's Metroidvania.
Right.
And first game we have picked out is Toy Odyssey.
Also known as Woody's Revenge Murder Plot, so we're going to see what happens.
We'll finally be able to take out Buzz Lightyear.
The guy had it coming.
I'm Andy's favorite.
Oh, look, there's Andy right there.
It's all grown up.
Yeah. I wonder when he's going to abandon his son like his dad did.
With nothing but a cowboy hat and a doll.
Exactly. It's a pretty ominous house they're moving into.
Yeah, I'm not
Can't
sure.
even take their car to the house.
The gate's all rusted over. I do appreciate how they're setting the scene without dialogue.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious what's going on. We don't need to tell us what's going on.
Right. Oh, Andy, we're moving into a new house. But Mom, I'm scared. Everything's creepy.
And the little kids got little inside voices telling them to, oh, let's be happy about it no matter what.
That was a very suggestive pose for a mother making a bed.
Yeah, especially with a boy leaning over her chest.
Very inappropriate.
There's nothing that's going on here that's appropriate at all.
No. And there's the 1970s version of Buzz Lightyear. Already Andy's favorite toy.
Naturally.
What a dick.
I tell you what, he's got one hot mom.
Yeah, I do not remember her looking that good in Toy Story.
Right. Well, I thought you were implying that the dad was Andy and this is Andy's wife and kid.
I think I was at one point.
Then you sort of changed the thread on us.
Yeah. Off to a great start tonight.
What? What's going on?
Oh man, no dialogue.
I feel like I've been here before. I hope someone around here can tell me what's going on exactly.
Okay, so This is the guy we're playing as then.
So he started.
This is kind of neat. So we have like a Metroidvania type game, but you're playing as a toy. It's almost like Chibi Robo meets Metroid.
Yeah, kind of. I can dig it. I've got a sword. I've got a technique, which is a throwing axe. Find out more
He needs to actually go collect his throwing axe. If he gets found later on without a throwing axe, he'll lose some of his value.
You need the original accessories. So it was saying that we need to figure out what's going on with Felix's nightmares, so I guess the dad was Andy after all.
Yeah.
And now,
Hi there!
Your brand, right?
They call me Buck. You're Brand, right?
Yeah,
This one does have voice acting, you don't need stuff.
Oh, okay. No, fine. I will let it do the voice acting, and I will sit back and enjoy.
Very good.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Buck.
Yeah, because we need 10 lines of dialogue of someone saying hello.
Well, I mean, they didn't do all the dialogue earlier with the actual intro, so they can make up for it now.
Yeah. Everything was going so well.
He's been having nightmares?
I'm not sure. It started just...
That sort of baffles me. They have this much voice acting when Zelda could barely even manage to voice act, a few cutscenes.
Right.
And not even well.
Yeah.
Interesting to do anyway.
Yeah, it's interesting what certain developers can get away with and how things get prioritized.
Yeah.
Open the door.
It's hard enough when you're like a tiny toy and you have to like navigate your entire way around this whole room, but it's even worse when you're a tiny toy and everything is 2D.
Yeah, I feel like Chibi Robo would lose some charm in 2D, and by all accounts it did. Okay.
Yeah, I never played the 2D Chibi Robo. Just I looked at it and it just did not appeal to me.
You were knocked out, Ram.
No, me neither.
Don't worry about him. He's cool. And
Wait, why did you get knocked out? What happened?
I think it was a forced death.
Oh.
Toy back there. Okay, so there's some evil toys.
I like how his idle animation still plays even while people are talking to him.
If only he was like yawning or tapping his
Yeah,
foot
something like
or
that.
checking his watch,
Falling asleep.
Yeah.
I'll have to be more careful.
Dreaming about spaghetti.
Invincible.
There it is, a nice little stretch.
It's not like us.
Well, yeah, but it's
What's a lot?
Toys
Oh.
get lost over time.
Is there any way for me to help them? I don't like.
I wish I knew. I know they
I'm
can be
skipping
treated.
dialogue, by the way.
I have a request though. Any toys you find that haven't been lost.
Man, I gotta say, this is super original having a samurai panda.
I never would have thought of that.
you know, Bram.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
That's just
Partially.
a combination that just did not occur to me.
Well, I'm pretty sure pandas are
He might have some
mainland Asia, and samurai are not, so
Oh,
it's something that seems appropriate, but it's actually just reductive and racist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're both from Asia. That's all that really matters.
Yes, that's true. So it looks like there's some tower defense kind of situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Defense. Can I make a post? Alright, so I have to collect some building materials before I can do anything.
I'm already disappointed with this game.
It was going so well, and then they started talking, and
Something's not right.
yeah.
You know,
I do like you have to jump up to hit the door knob.
Yeah.
changes each night if you fall.
Wait, the house's structure completely falls? Changes? Why?
So this must be Dracula's house.
Really?
Let's find out.
Apparently.
So we got a little roguelike action. Alright, so we have an evil tank.
Man, that kid leaving his toys everywhere.
Well, I'm not sure it's the kid's fault. It's if the house is restructuring itself. Can you read its rat hole? This is not. The rat hole was not labeled. Well, I guess
It's sort of labeled.
sort of labeled, but not in-game labeled.
Man, these toys are so much cooler than you are.
So you can't
Wow,
really. Oh man, yeah, you can't queue up attacks. I'm tapping X as soon as the slash ends,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to wait like half a second before I can slash again.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah. Okay,
So in this
these are more
game
points.
description, did it compare itself to, Super Metroid, Yoshi's Island, and Chrono Trigger?
I did not check, but if I had to guess, Chrono Trigger is one that they don't really bring up a lot, but that surprises me. Seems like any RPG that does more than simple turn-based combat would be trying to compare itself to Chrono Trigger.
Right. I don't know, I was thinking like the three, the trifecta, the big three games on Super Nintendo, and I came up blank at Chrono Trigger.
That's a good one to throw on there. Okay, Arnold.
That green plastic soldier guy you were fighting earlier, he was way out of scale.
Yes. I prefer my toys to be 6 inches, no more nor less. And as I recall, if my mother bought me a toy that was not 6 inches, I would take her and tell her to take it back to the store.
Yeah, they used to always bother me, especially when I got to a point where I was interested in Star Wars. I started collecting some of those figures.
Okay. Yep.
It bothered me that they were so much smaller than my Ninja Turtles and so forth.
Yeah, Star Wars are so tiny.
They were the same size as the small G.I. Joes. And which didn't really work for me because I was never interested in the G.I. Joes.
No, I was not a G.I. Joe guy myself. But yeah, like the X-Men toys, the Ninja Turtles, Batman, those were all similar sizes, and yeah, and you throw in Star Wars and stuff. And then there's like the 12-inch action figures, and I don't know who was buying
At that
those.
point, you're playing with Barbies.
Right.
I mean, yeah, sure, they might have guns and stuff like that, but no, they're basically Barbies. They're dude Barbies.
They're dude Barbies.
I mean, you might keep them around and have them go raid your sister's room for girlfriends every now and then, but otherwise, you know, they're dolls.
The Romans and Etruscans style. I feel like I should explain my historical references to the audience.
Yeah, I had no idea what you were talking about. I was just laughing to be polite.
I get that a lot. So, as the legends go, Rome was founded by whoever became the Romans. And there were settlers. And unfortunately, they didn't have any ladies, which means their settlement was doomed to failure before too long.
Right.
And they had this idea where they were like, hey, there's these Etruscans living nearby. We're going to throw a sweet-ass party for the Etruscan men, and then tell them to leave their women at home because women are boring and we don't want any women around anyway.
Right.
So
makes sense.
Right. This dragged down the party. So the Etruscans come, they have their party, the Romans murder them all, and then go back to the Etruscan town, take all the women,
Hey there, old one.
and solve two problems at once.
What do you need?
I've collected
And then they get their women.
They get their women.
to escape this
Yeah.
place with all these
Just like G.I. Joe took the Barbies from your sister's bedroom.
Maybe there'll be something in it for you.
Sounds good to me.
So I didn't want to interrupt your story earlier, but when you're saying that they were like before
Spoilers.
Romans, you would say they were like pre-Romans, right? Sort of proto-mans, if you will.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't spend the entire time thinking of that either. That came to me immediately, and I was polite and didn't interrupt you. So I just want to put that out
You
there.
know, it can be hard to save a pun for later.
It is super hard. Like you just want to break into it, like yeah, proto-mans, not even explaining it. No, but I held it in.
Is there no dodge? No, I just have to sit here and take their hits. Which means I'm
So-
basically playing a turn-based RPG.
Yeah, basically. But are you actually gaining anything when you die? Like, I mean, when you die without, I guess solving the whole game,
Oh no,
are you actually taking anything back with you?
I don't think I am. So I have to like go.
Get good.
Not even that. I have to like go back to the hub and drop off my new equipment. Is that really where they're going with this? Because that would be
I
horrible.
just kind of wonder because you've been dying a few times and you keep going back out here with a whole new world and everything like that. And it's like, well, are you actually gonna come back with anything because you did it?
Am I accomplishing anything? Man, if I have to go for drop-offs, that is not cool.
You're officially reaching the point in the kitchen where things are no longer convenient to reach up and get.
Well, I am only about 6 inches tall. Not even that.
Well, no, but
I
like
think
you've
it's
already went
spider.
for like the upper counters.
Oh yeah.
I would say you're bigger than 6 inches. Compared to everything you've been in front of everything, I'd say you're a foot tall, maybe even taller than that.
Yeah, but I was just fighting a spider.
Well, it's an absurdly big spider, and that's an absurdly big army green man there.
Yeah, okay, and we've got... Yeah, so that was just an absurdly large spider. I'm not convinced anything in this game is to scale.
Yeah, the lack of attention to that kind of detail, it just bothers me.
Right, it means they don't care that much about their basic concepts.
Right. Whereas, like,
Okay,
you
so
had
I did
Jiggy
get some
Robo,
stuff.
where you had lots of different characters that were all kinds of different sizes, and it had fun with that.
Right. It looks like I can...
Looks like your nuts are staying with you. Which, I mean,
Yeah.
you'd hope you did stay with you anyway, but...
You never know when you're fighting spiders and soldiers and tanks.
Right.
Okay, so can I actually upgrade some stuff? Okay, so I can spend... I don't knows.
Trying to figure out what this character looks like underneath his, like, duckbill hat. But he looks like he's, like, a really creepy old guy under there.
Yeah, he's like trying to look all serious and angsty in an anime kind of way, and it's just not working for him.
No, not at all.
I mean, this guy's no Gino. Gino didn't dress like a duck.
No, he had style. Gino was a cool toy. Wish I had a Gino.
Well, if you can't get a Gino, you can always find some dumpy old plumber to play toys with you.
True.
Okay, so telephone. I'm just trying to find a good frame of reference. Yeah, so let's get. Yeah, he's probably good. 8 inches. A lot of books are in that range. 6x9s.
I'm just thinking maybe he's Barbie doll sized.
I think you're right. But then that pill bottle is huge, and this tennis ball is huge.
Yeah.
Unless it's a volleyball.
And I mean, the TV up there, not even worth looking at for being so small.
I can't even see it from here.
If I had a TV like that at home, I would need a pair of binoculars.
And you would use those pair of binoculars to trade for a better TV.
Well, yeah, I mean, what else would you do with binoculars?
And we have these non-brand specific interlocking plastic building components.
Well, considering this is a pretty crappy game, these are they're probably Mega Blocks.
Oh man, Mega Blocks. How, seriously, this spider is ridiculous. Like, what state of Australia are we in right now?
Yeah, right?
And how do we leave?
It's getting pretty frustrating with his enemies. I mean, because it seems like you just have to soak up their damage and then basically just die.
Right, I've got to be missing something. Maybe. I mean, it seems like I'm just going to be grinding for nuts and then.
What are the messages they told you to try to turn the lights on?
Oh, I should probably be reading those. Basic workshop. What is going on with this menu? You can't do it. I don't.
Where does it even want you to spend it? Is that where you use your nuts
Hang on,
at?
let's go back. Yeah. Well, my nuts were being used for upgrades, and that was nice.
Yeah.
Your partner grade. And you need each pawn assigned here would promote to rook or builder. That means nothing to me. So I gotta find some pawns? Build up defense.
It seems like this would be where you get to use your Mega Blocks at.
I agree. I had staff. Alright, so I define people, or I'm just not gonna get anything done. It's like that guy I died trying to save. So I mean, that's a reasonable way of saving progress in a roguelike. Rescuing guys and sending them back to your base.
Yeah. Oh, you got an iron ring.
I have an iron ring. Can I equip the iron ring? No.
Since when do action figures need to use playing cards?
Yeah, why are these item ring playing cards? Are they?
This whole menu system is so confusing.
I'm living it. It's just not clear.
Usually one of the nice things about a Metroidvania type game is that, you know, you have all these options to upgrade and stuff like that, but for the most part, you can just completely ignore that menu and just keep playing the game.
Yes.
I mean, sure, you got some, like, you know, more Castlevania games where you have weapons you can equip, but still.
Yeah, it's not like this. Okay, so I have blueprints. Come back to base to craft. Okay. Apparently I can make a thing. I want to end the night. Why are they restricting me like that?
So backtracking is not an option then.
I mean, not really. I guess you're better off just trying to power through. Yeah, I guess I can't go back and drop things off, which means I must be keeping everything I grab.
I would hope so.
Yeah, unless they really expect me to reset the map every time I want to drop off an item. which would just be absurd.
Well, next time you get low on your health, I'll take a look at your nuts and see if they diminish any when you die. It wouldn't make any sense.
Yes. It would be good to have a thorough exam of my nuts to make sure they don't degrade.
Right. I mean, I feel like it's always a good idea to have someone who's constantly keeping an eye on your nuts just to, make sure they're all accounted for.
I very much appreciate that you're there for me in that department.
Well, I know you're busy. You can't always have time to, check on your nuts when you want to.
I mean, I'd love to just sit here and focus on my nuts, but I've got a game to criticize.
Exactly. Besides, I'll have plenty of time to do that tonight.
That's true. I've got nothing going on for about 8 hours after this.
Wait, why is that door open now?
I murdered the rats, so that means I'm the wielder of their hull.
You were.
The night was quiet. Nothing happened. Brought some stuff back. Cool.
Okay, so you actually did bring all that stuff back then.
I have a toy.
Your
Why am I taking
nuts
fall damage?
are all accounted for.
Very good. I appreciate you reporting on my nuts.
You're so wearing this out. Oh, look, you have a small nut cache. Hey, there's nothing to be ashamed about if you have a small nut cache or a small junk chest.
And some hefty charitable work.
You just need to board up.
All right, so let's get serious here. Figure out how I'm gonna make a better weapon and where that menu is.
What about maybe go to the samurai guy?
Samurai guy? There.
He's up on the shelf.
What's up?
Home is where the heart is, Bran.
But that's not helpful.
Any news from the battlefield?
Well, that doesn't do anything for. Why would he even offer the option if they didn't actually tell you, this is the different things you can do?
Wait, I think I found it. I think I found the way to upgrade my stuff.
What?
Can't do anything there. I think I can make a dagger. There's no way I'm going to be happier with a dagger.
Oh, great. Wood blocks.
Well, I can make a crappy dagger. This is not my boomstick. This is a crappy dagger. You're just pulling movie references out of your ass.
Yeah, I just gave him an achievement. It won't show up on here, but it said, this is my boomstick, because he made a weapon.
I mean, it wasn't even a gun. It was a gun. Or it was a gun called
They can't
boomstick.
even program their achievements right.
No.
So did you actually get to make anything then?
I have a terrible dagger.
Is it better than your terrible sword?
I don't know. I would love to remember how I get to that menu to find out.
Isn't there a chest you go to for your inventory?
Oh, maybe.
I thought it was next to the bed.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, maybe you use that for your offhand instead of the axe. Or maybe in addition to your axe.
Yeah, that would be not so bad. No.
Well, what about those other 3 blocks there? Can you change those? Because you have 3 empty
there it is.
spaces there.
3 empty spaces. Necklace. Okay, so I can put the ring on. Alright.
Why would you put an iron ring around your... Oh, okay, you are tiny. I guess that makes sense.
Alright, so let's look at the stats here. I'm gonna guess I don't want the dagger. 5, 10, yeah.
Why even have the option to make a plastic dagger if it's not a good weapon?
Right, I mean, there's always a
Is
debate.
it faster?
It's probably faster. Some people are into that. I would rather just...
I mean, maybe they give that stupid long delay at the end of each strike.
Yeah. If the game was a little less clunky, I could see the dagger being an improvement. Next time I die, I'll give the dagger a fairer chance. What's going on here? This teddy bear murdered a bunny and absconded with a kid.
Apparently. What a gruesome scene.
Alright, free the prisoner.
Okay.
Okay. It was a pawn.
Better get used to these bars. the achievement we got. I'm not sure what that means.
Not sure what any of this means. This is the first game in a while that's actually making me actively angry to play.
Finally, we found a game perfect for Gamehater.
Yeah.
We've been having such a bad luck lately with the Gamehater with like games that even if we don't like particularly like them, we sort of like grudgingly admit that they're okay.
Yeah. Like you can understand why someone else might like them.
Whereas this is something we're like genre we're so familiar with, and we are not liking what we see.
No, not one bit. Hey, you there. Alright.
Oh, it's an old man.
Not like books are attacking me. I mean, I can accept giant 10-inch tall spiders, but flying books is too far, sir.
Well, see, the thing is, we're fighting toys, but we're also fighting like rats and spiders, and it's like, so are these toy rats and toy spiders, or are they actually rats and spiders?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, you actually found something else for once.
Yeah, it looks like green electrical tape is. Oh.
Oh, now I got ninjas.
I mean, I'm cool with that, right? I mean, it's mixing settings is what a toy collection does.
Man, this guy he's like so such a dick. He's like, the old guy's like, hey, young one. He's like, hey, old one. He's like, dude, come on.
They're really rubbing it in that he's way older.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you're both toys, so that's just the way he was designed. He might actually be younger than you are.
That's a really good point. He's just there to look old.
Yeah. I mean, for all we know, that guy was, made 2 weeks ago, and you've been in this kid's possession for 6 years.
And while we're talking about time scale, how long have these toys been at war in this house?
Well, they just moved into the house.
Right.
Well,
And
he
yet-
did.
He
I
did.
guess the rest of them haven't been.
Right, and well, no, they found this in a chest. It looked like this house was fully furnished
Right.
when they moved in. Oh, fall damage. I'm made of plastic. I should not be taking fall damage.
Have you ever dropped one of your toys from a high space? Sometimes they do fall down and their arm falls off.
Yeah, fine. Usually they.
Let's see how that dagger works.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you can use it while you're in this room, not that if you don't like the way it works, so we'll just drop it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't mind doing around. Well, I can actually swing as fast as I tap the buttons, so it might actually make the game better to play.
Okay, well, we'll give the game a fair shake.
Man, if only someone in the past, maybe circa 2011, had made a roguelike Metroidvania that was actually good.
Yeah, it sort of disappoints me this is actually more of a roguelike than it is a Metroidvania. Not that I don't like roguelikes, but this would have been perfect for saving it for, say, Roguetober.
I'm on board with Roguetober. Spare nuts. Do you got any spare nuts? I got these nuts.
Yeah, you got 16.
Let's do it. Yeah, like Rogue Legacy is good. This
Right.
game is not good.
It seems pretty similar to Rogue Legacy mechanically, too.
Kind of, but it gets it so wrong in so many ways. Yet, I get it. You want to leave, and I keep dying. She better split into more enemies. Oh, come on.
Oh, that's kind of fun, though. Like, you were expecting a smaller egg inside, and now you get, like, a samurai princess person.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be too mad about that. Trying to surprise me is not automatically horrible.
Whoa, this is a vicious-looking teddy bear.
He's already been in too many fights based on the stuffing situation.
Yeah. you kind of feel bad for him. Like, maybe there's like some kind of deeper plot in this game where, all these toys used to be happy and then they were abandoned. And this is what they have to do now. They just have to fight each other.
Oh, I really should have actually read that. He said something different this time. Oh yeah, we're gonna clear out there.
Oh, now you got a wooden ring. Is that better than an iron ring?
Can't imagine how. Oh no, another bear. The arc of these axes is way too big also.
Pretty much they're only useful if you're hitting something above you.
Yeah.
Not from a distance.
Simon Belmont is way better at axes.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you have like a real legitimate hero and not some plastic knockoff.
Well, imagine if they could get a Simon Belmont action figure and how much better this game would be with the better
Well, I mean,
hero.
maybe this is a Simon Belmont action figure that's been heavily modified.
Maybe so. Here. Alright, there's another bear. I just need to not blow it. And I can finally save that old man. Okay.
So now I hope you're at the base, so that's probably like more upgrades you're able to access now.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Which is kind of a neat concept, the idea that you can sort of expand your base and finding stuff here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't oppose that kind of thing. And that's something Rogue Legacy also did well, was randomized world but permanent progress. So both player skill and character abilities were growing at all times.
Right. This fall damage, though, needs to go away.
Yeah, it's too much. Oh,
And you're dead.
walked into that laser. Yeah, so there's gonna be some tower defense elements in this game at some point, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna like it.
So there's our new guy over there.
Yep. New friends. Yeah, this samurai panda's really not having it.
Oh, you got a plastic shuriken.
It sounds
And another plastic
better.
shuriken.
Alright. Lost ones infect this place. Go to the bedroom. Okay. Let's equip that shuriken.
How does that work? Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, that's a lot more useful than the Axle Bait.
What have you got for me?
Nut hoarder. Okay.
Money is good to have. Like, I don't know. That sounds kind of a weird argument, but I'm going to take your word on it.
I've never heard it explained to me that way before, and I am rather skeptical.
I always thought the goal was to have the least amount of money possible. That's why whenever you get your paycheck, you make sure it's all gone before Monday.
I mean, you have to keep yourself motivated to go back to work the next week.
Yeah, I mean, if you save all your money and you're just like, keep it around, I mean, why would you go back to work when you have money?
Right. There's no point.
It's like, sorry, boss, I can't come in. I have money.
I don't need you anymore, boss.
Yeah. I'll come back maybe next Monday when I don't have money, but no promises.
Yeah, for now, I'm good.
It's this situation where it would have nice to have the axe.
Oh, the base was raided. They took all my money. But it's good to have money. And now I don't have money. And that's
What?
bad.
What? What about the stuff you brought with you?
Every light you forget to turn on, every door you unlock, every lost one you fail to put down. Okay. I did unlock a door. But I can't build it up because they took all my money. I really need to start looking for light switches.
Yeah, we haven't seen any so far.
Don't I have a pawn?
I mean,
thought I had a
honestly,
pawn.
if this house is built the way it's supposed to be, the moment you walk into a door, there should be a light switch right there.
Pawn. It's true. If this house was built to code, What's this guy doing? Is he leading me somewhere?
I don't know.
Or is he
Being
just...
quite suspicious, though. You about to catch him? Try hitting him with your dagger.
Okay.
Or your shuriken, maybe.
I have to be careful with the
It
shirt.
better not get some useless background thing.
I think it is. He's just flipping around. I can't see him interact with him. I guess it'll be cool when I have like 50 of them. So there's a light switch.
But it's a little bit high up there.
Yeah, let's see if I can do something about that.
But definitely making sure you have to take a long route to get there. Whoa, UFOs!
No, thank
Seems like
you.
the enemies are scaling and you're not.
Yeah, I don't think I've even made enough progress for the enemies to need to scale. I've unlocked a weaker weapon.
Yeah. It feels like maybe the game is scaling it based on how many nights you are in,
Yeah,
as
it
opposed
could
to
be.
what your actual levels are.
That's pretty harsh, though, if that's what they're really doing. Okay, I'm stuck here forever. Alright.
There doesn't seem to be a good way of getting down there to that light switch.
No, I'm hoping there's another switch in the room.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're just waiting for you to have an upgrade to be able to get that high.
Yeah, maybe there are mobility upgrades to be had somewhere. I wish the combat was a little more involved.
It feels like if the platforming is a little bit tighter and the combat was a little bit tighter, then you'd actually have a pretty good game here.
Yeah, I can see the potential. For sure. And I need a back roll or a dodge button.
Yeah.
Because my defense is just non-existent.
Yeah, I mean, like, for a game like this, you should make it so that if you're skilled enough, then if you're coming back to beat this game after beating it for the first time, you should be able to, just sort of speed your way through it without having to do all the grinding.
Yes.
Just because you're that good.
Yes.
But I don't feel like it'd be very... It doesn't seem like that would really happen in a game like this.
No, it definitely seems like your abilities are closely tied to how long you've been playing, not how good you've gotten at playing. You got these random drops for blueprints, which is fine. I've got nothing against random drops too.
Yeah.
Okay, this room again. Oh, and Jack in the Box. Come on, man. I don't need an evil block clown.
So there are a lot of good, interesting character designs on this. So yeah, having your enemies as toys pretty much lends it to where you can have your character look like anything in this game.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kinda
a
nice.
lot of freedom for the developers in that respect. Alright, I'm going to try to build a glaive. Let's see if I qualify. And I do. So we'll see if I like a sphere any better.
The range would be nice, but I bet it'll be like super slow.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. Oh man, yeah, that's very slow. Well, we'll do one more run, I think.
What did it say the damage was for the spear? Was it the same as the sword?
Oh, I forgot to look. $14. I think the sword was 10.
10, yep. So this is an upgrade all around then.
Yeah. It doesn't seem that much slower than the sword, really.
No, it doesn't seem so at all.
But I think
And you have more range.
Yeah, I'll really appreciate the range.
Not as much vertical overhead, but that's not too bad.
Right.
Actually, its weapon would probably pair better with the axe than it was the shuriken.
To balance out the build.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can absolutely agree with that argument. But I just one shot a dude. If I can hit through walls, oh that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really all you want to have out of life. It's just the ability to attack people and your weapons go through walls.
Well, I mean, it's weird, right? Because we're nominally in a 2D plane, but in real life, you could reach around a wall to take that shot.
You could, but at the same time, the enemy could just walk around that wall.
Also true. So we're back to it just not making any sense. Okay, so it looks like if I mess with the rats, I can conquer their hole. And then I have a warp point.
Right. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Man, I really wish I could reach any of these light switches.
Yeah, I know. Like they're sort of dangling progress. Oh,
Okay,
you just hit
sure
it.
can do that. Okay, that changes things.
So like that one you were trying to get before, you probably could hit that with an axe.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Wooden hammer.
Okay, 27 damage. That's certainly going to be of the ridiculously slow variety.
Yeah, but for that much damage, it's probably worth that.
Probably is. One-shotting things. We got some bathroom mold.
A little bit taking fall damage because of it.
Yep. It's not always clear what I can stand on.
This game is nicer with lights on.
It is. I'm glad I turned one light off. Oh, mold. Okay, the mold is not done with me.
Oh, and of course, you know they're below your
Below
range where you can
sphere.
hit them.
Pawns.
So those things probably just hang around your base and don't actually do anything then. Aside from trick you into thinking to do things.
It looked like they were somehow involved in the tower defense aspects.
That could be true.
It's been a pretty profitable run. I unlocked.
Yeah, to actually have a good weapon, you're actually doing fairly decently.
Yeah, that made a big difference. And you know, that's kind of the nature of this kind of game, is finding a build that fits your play style
Yeah.
is key.
And usually it's just a matter of getting to a point where once you have a halfway decent build, you can actually start making progress as opposed to all the pointless deaths you had before.
Right. You see that in a lot of games.
Even with a game like Rogue Legacy, I spent like several deaths before I was able to actually, start making progress.
Yep, Rogue Legacy did that. I had that effect in like Fallout or Breath of the Wild open world games.
Right.
Where just something clicks and suddenly your survivability goes way up and you feel like you can accomplish something. I've already been here. Oh no. Okay, looks like I can go up and to up as well.
Come on, rats. I want to steal your home.
Oh man, this is like super rat, ghost rats even. Alright, well.
Murdered by rats.
Murdered by rats.
How embarrassing.
Stole all my stuff. And these guys are just gonna be jumping around. Take a quick look at crafting. Can't do it.
Too bad. What's under gadgets?
I'll check in just a moment. So this must be mobility upgrades.
Oh.
That'd be my guess.
Yes, that didn't really make sense what they're supposed to do to you if you're bad.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the kid's room. Why isn't he sleeping there? It's the middle of the night. What's he doing?
Are we in his nightmare? I don't know.
None of this game makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so that's enough of that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all, Aaron.
No, I didn't care much for it either. Like, and it's one of those games where it's so frustrating because there's so much work that's already put into it. I mean, look at this world; it's gorgeous, and they have such cool character designs and everything. It's like, so why couldn't they just take that extra step further and tighten the controls, and have a better interface?
Yeah, that really would make all the difference. Just better controls, better interface, less pointless, irritating dialogue, and
Well, even that you can put up with as long as the game is good.
yeah, as long as it's not too
I don't
intrusive.
mind, a little bit exposition in my game as long as the game sells me on the game itself first.
Yeah,
And this game failed to do that.
it did not. Right. So yeah, those are the major problems. Like I said, I would have appreciated a little more defense. That would have made a big difference for me.
Yeah, just something where you can dodge, block, whatever.
Right. Or even if the character was just a little bit faster, I could run away if I needed to.
Or, if they're going to make it where, your character's constantly going to get damaged, put some more health pickups out there. We only ran into a health pickup once.
Yeah. They were way too rare. I think it's a game that and maybe it's our fault because of just the format of doing things. But I didn't feel like the game was communicating itself very well.
Yeah, you have like these menus too, where you have to craft and everything like that, and it's just so big and so tedious. Like, I mean, you can have a crafting system like that and still make it work. You just gotta, sort of let it unfold itself a little bit slower and not just, overwhelm you with all these options the very moment you open your menu and go, oh my God, what am I supposed to do?
Right. Yeah, it would be a little easier instead of showing me what I might do in the future. Just give me the option to see what can I do right now with what I have.
Exactly. When you walk into the craft shop, it should show you just your blueprints and say, do you want to make this blueprint?
Yeah.
And then you make that blueprint, says, do you want to go and equip this? And you say yes or no. And if you don't want to equip it, you can go equip it later.
Yeah, and let me go look at the tree if I'm so inclined. And it's not like I'm going to go hunting for Legos because they're all random drops anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll make what I can make when I can make it, really.
Yeah, it's just one of those kind of quality of life things that the game needed to have at the very beginning, just to make you want to play it some more.
Yeah. So I would say this is a game that it had good intentions. I think there is a good game buried under here, but it needed another round of development, so it's really become good.
Yeah. That's pretty much my conclusion too, and that's what makes it more disappointing than just a bad game, because there is a good game waiting to happen. It's just not there. Right,
and that might be the root of my anger with this game.
Yep.
It released too early. This would be okay as a beta, but there would be a long list of revisions to make.
Yeah. I'm actually curious, when did this game come out? Like, are they still working on it? Is it one of these like early access type games?
I've got the store page open right now. It does not appear to be early access.
Yeah, it was released September 20th, 2016, so it was released fairly recently.
Yep.
And it's actually still being updated. February 16th, they updated the game.
Which was months before release, so probably this wasn't early access at one point.
Well, I mean, it says February 16th. I'm not sure if that's
that could be
this year or...
Oh, it's definitely this year because it's V20170216. So February 16th, 2017. You're right. This is still being updated.
So they're still working on this game. So I mean, maybe they'll tighten the controls, maybe not. For the moment where it's at right now, it's not really worth playing. But I mean, give it another 6 months, maybe they'll get there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it might be worth a revisit if they're...
Oh, this is pretty fantastic. We totally missed this. The developer is Hiker Games.
Is who?
Hiker Games.
Oh, amazing.
This is the only game they've made.
Wow. We aren't living up to our full potential, are we?
Yeah, these are our brothers from another mother, and they're just not... They're failing.
I guess so. And credits where it's due, they did not compare themselves to Super Metroid or Yoshi's Island in the description.
They just call themselves Metroidvania.
Yeah. Which I think is a fair assessment.
Yeah, I mean, it's a genre, and they deserve to be able to call themselves that.
Yep. They've done nothing to disqualify them from the genre. Okay, so final rating?
My final rating is that I would have to go craft myself a big thumb and then turn it downwards.
I have a thumbs up, but it's wrapped in a giant cement figurine of a middle finger.
Well, that metaphor, like, I think that sort of fell apart, but okay.
Well, if it fell apart, thumbs up would be revealed, but as it stands, it's encased
Right.
in a middle finger.
I see.
Trying to say there's a good game in there, but it's not showing.
Yeah. I'm actually looking at the video on Steam, and it does look like it's a little bit different as you get further in the game, but
Maybe more rooms
it
unlocked.
takes a little bit too long to get there. So
Yeah. Well, like my metaphor, this game is a failure. And I'll...
never buy from Hiker Games. Gamehiker is good though.
Gamehiker is good. Hiker Games not so much. So with all that said, we hate this game and we're going to bed. Good night.
Good night.